Okay. We are live.
Hello!
Good evening.
Who's ready to learn some Swedish?
Ja, vänta. Nej.
Vänta. Du redan pratar svenska. Is that the right sentence structure there? Du pratar redan svenska.
Yes.
Because things have been a little bit hectic with kids and getting kids to bed and stuff, I wanted to ask you, what would be a good book that has lots of dialogue? Because I think that's something that is just really useful. Like, let's pulling sentences from books that people can just, use in life.
Did we finish the book we were reading?
Did we?
I'm not sure.
I feel like we did.
It's been several weeks since we actually read a book. So
yes. There was a week when I was sick.
And then a week where we were tired, so we skipped. So we just did a much more.
If we didn't finish the book, the kids were like, "Why is my book over here? I'm taking it back." Morton will see. Because that's the thing, like, a way that I learned Swedish was through plays. I would repeat the sentences over and over again. And that was such a good way because I could try to figure out where I could use that sentence in real life. Some sentences were easier than others to integrate. Some of them were just really pointless. And a thing that I loved to do was rattle all of the sentences that I had learned to that point to people we were staying with. I just imagine somebody saying, "Want to hear my English sentences?" And then just saying complete gibberish and thinking, yeah, really good. I'm sure if you just pick something that has some kind of conversational sentence in it, will be fine.
Yeah, well, I was looking for the book that we had been reading.
Well, there's 9,000 books, so I don't think we really have time to just look through all of them.
Yeah, most of these books don't have a lot of dialogue in the.
Well, isn't there any Swedish books at all in this universe?
Well, yes, okay, yeah, well, you said specifically only something with dialogue, so I was looking for. Well, this one has some dialogue. You could talk about other things.
No! We're we're doing a good job. Oh yeah, that is a good one.
Yes.
So, if we did not finish the other book, please let us know and we will find it. I know you must be on pins and needles if we didn't. Is there an equivalent to pins and needles? In Swedish?
I don't know. Sorry, I am.
Okay, I won't ask you any questions.
No, I mean, of course, I need to be present, but I'm just it's been a day.
Yeah, right. You were busy with a camping thing.
It wasn't quite camping.
Not camping.
We were just doing science stuff outdoors.
Oh.
But it was still. But it's also mostly just the fact that I was woken up at 5:30 this morning.
Aww.
It is.
Look, it's Gia.
It's away.
I'm gonna actually not read the whole book. I'm gonna pick out sentences that we can just sentences that can be used.
Okay.
So, har ni sett honom?
Har ni sett honom?
What does that mean? Gea, this is for you.
Since.
Har ni sett honom? Oh, Gea finished it years ago. Okay. There's a lot of good words in here. Have you seen him? But ni is interesting because it's a pronoun that is either used for royalty or for collective you.
Yes.
That's so weird. Why, that it works for both like that?
Well, that's I mean, that's what the like that's.
So, but for royalty, you could use ni for singular person.
Yes, because it is, because it's the like the plural of respect. That's how it works all the time in German.
Oh, if you're talking I don't remember pronouns in German.
If you wanted to speak to, and in French, if you want to speak to someone respectfully, you use plural pronouns.
Oh yeah, sie and du. It's all coming back.
Yeah, and stuff like that. But then in Swedish, would drop that with everyone except royalty. Like royalty, you still speak respectfully. You don't need to do it with anyone else. It's just that.
I wonder how many people can actually say that they've used the ni pronoun to royalty. Set. So seen in the past tense. To see. So let's conjugate see.
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 Ser.
Ser.
Såg.
Såg.
Because it's irregular.
Okay.
And then har sett.
This pen. Har sett. So. Jag ser det här.
Ja, att se. Jag ser. Jag såg. Jag har sett.
What's the context of ser?
That's the present tense.
Present tense.
Jag ser, du ser.
Okay.
Jag ser det.
Jag såg igår någonting kul.
Ja.
Igår jag såg någonting
Igår såg jag.
Igår såg jag någonting cool. Yesterday I saw something cool. And I have seen. Jag har sett du. Du är fin.
Ja, men then it's actually jag har sett dig.
Oh, jag har sett dig.
because object subject.
So, and then if you wanted to ask, for one person, have you seen him? Har du sett honom?
Yeah.
And if you're talking about a girl, you would say henne. Har du sett henne? Is that right?
Yeah.
And if the person is non-binary, har ni sett hen?
Wait, I can't remember what the subject clause version of the
henne
of the the non-gender pronoun. I think people use hennom.
Hennom. Okay. So.
But I'm not sure.
Honom, henne, and hennom.
I'm not sure.
Well,
or just hen. I'm not sure.
Or just hen. Have to ask a question, because I know some non-binary people out there. It's so fascinating how much gender inclusive language changes grammar, like how hard it must be for people in completely gendered languages like Spanish and Italian and
right. Yes. That no, it's not exactly the same, because the respectful pronouns in German are not like
because
exactly the same.
Some people really will prefer a Z when they don't know the person as well. And I remember people being like, no.
But it's also it's not also not a direct equivalent. Like you don't replace the pronouns the same way. But then, we can tie in with another sentence that's in here. Hur ser han ut?
Oh yeah, that's a perfect one. And this is like really useful stuff. This pen. Hur. Okay, what does this sentence mean? Hur. Let's see how this one goes. Hur ser han ut?
You should probably put more distance between the words.
I'll put distance between your face.
And...
Is that good?
Yeah.
You happy? Hur ser han ut? Okay, so how sees han? How sees him? Out.
How sees he out?
How sees he out? What does he look like?
Yes.
To ser ut goes together, but it's broken up with the pronoun.
Yes, att se ut is to look like something. Att se ut is to look out. So, which is very complicated. Like, it's a pain with those, like,
They don't translate exactly, but the sense of what it is what does he look like?
Yeah, but it's just like the whole thing. We have this. We mentioned that before. I think that in Swedish we have phrases that are like, this word means that word means that.
But together,
But if you put them together, they can either mean those two things or another completely unrelated.
or they have to be
thing.
connected somehow. They don't go to in the sentence. They have to be separated.
Yes.
Oi. There are so many tiny 2-3 letter words that are so important in Swedish.
Yes.
Yes. Hur ser han ut? Titt ut. Wie sieht aus? Yeah, that would be a translation of
Yes.
that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. So that is like separable verbs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you can do or it's like it's verb phrases like that when they're in a phrase with this other word it changes what the verb means and then they can be separated but still retain their verb phrase meaning.
Wouldn't it be so cool if we ended up getting just like a whole bunch of Germans on this channel and it just kind of like became a lot of German and Swedish in live streams because that's who shows up? That would be kind of fun. Hur ser hon ut? Hur ser hen ut?
Hur ser jag ut?
Blonda hår, blå ögon, jättesnyggt.
Trött.
He said, how do I look? And I said, blonde hair, blue eyes, really handsome. And he said, tired. Goodness me, you know more about German verbs than me. Hi, ich bin here. It's great that you're here. Yeah, it is great that you're here. I was only noticing that Gay has been here, so I read that comment like it was from her.
Even though it was a different bubble
Color,
and
yeah.
color and
So, this I think we'll switch the sentence around because it's a little mean.
yeah, it's because this book is a metaphor for racism.
So the sentence in the book is, I think he looks like a dirty rat. You dirty rat!
Oh yeah, that was the Bo Burnham thing that we watched the other night, where it's like, yeah, I don't know if we can recommend Bo Burnham's what. It's like it is certainly funny in pieces, but I can't really recommend it because there's also a lot of very
crass and vulgar stuff.
Crass, vulgar.
Let's move on.
But oh no, but the thing that was just the whole thing of like there once was a bunch of like a lot of squares who lived happily together in Square Town. But one day a group of circles moved in. Go home, roundies! The squares shouted. But why? Said the circles. Because this is a metaphor for racism. And that was the whole thing.
That's the whole thing.
But we can use that phrase.
Vad har han?
Vad har han här att göra? Which is not, that's not a common way of phrasing that.
Well, let's find a more common way to say it.
But, you can use it. It's potentially useful. You can learn some stuff from it. Vad har han här att göra?
Vad har han här att
Double T.
göra? So, if there are sentences that you want to learn because you think this could be a useful sentence, I want to have it ready. Something that you can do is you can write down the first letter of each word and then have it like on a cheat sheet. So you see V, H, 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 A, G, and then you train your brain to pull up the rest of the words just based on that first letter. So this is a very interesting sentence. Vad har han att göra? These vowel sounds, man.
Yeah.
So what does this mean? Vad har han att göra? Can you say it, because this switch between the two different hars is...
Vad har han här att göra?
It's so subtle. Vad har han här att göra? So, what is he doing? What is he doing here? Or what is he planning to do here?
Yeah, what's his business here? So that one is sort of like, it's a fairly accusatory sentence, so I wouldn't recommend using it, but I still thought like just the whole like working on the pronunciation and things like that and seeing how the words come together. Okay,
here is a context in which it could work. Okay, so you're working at a very high security place and someone's there that doesn't have clearance because maybe they're on a heist or something. So then you could be like, what are they doing here?
Vad har du här att göra?
Hello, Austin.
Yakin here wants to learn the sentence. That's a cool shirt.
Okay, but let's spend a little bit more time on this. So vahar, because oftentimes you will drop the last word, the last letter of sentences. So vahar is more common. Vahar han har att göra.
And then also the whole thing that a lot of people replace the at with just å. So yeah, so you could hear someone say the phrase vad har han här att göra?
So why is the har in this sentence necessary?
It's has. What does he have to do here?
Okay.
Is literally the phrase.
Okay. And att göra.
If you want to be slightly less accusatory, but still potentially accusatory, but not necessarily, or at least or the more common way of phrasing it would just be vad gör han här?
Oh, yeah. Vad gör han här? What is he doing here? Vad gör du här? Du arbetar inte här.
Wow.
I quoted lines from plays and made Morton go, wow.
Didn't do that play. I don't remember the Swedish lines.
I don't know if I did that play in Swedish or not, but I know I did it in French and German and English.
I'm pretty sure. I feel like that was. Yeah, I think you and Joe did in the Swedish.
Yeah, because I love it so much. I loved that play so much. Thank you for the blessings.
A blessing on your head.
Mazel tov. Okay. We need to teach ich bin hier how to say cool shirt. That's a cool shirt.
Okay.
Let's see if I get it right. Shoot. I feel like the word that's in my head is underwear and not shirt. It's not trosor.
Yeah, no.
That's underwear,
that
right?
is definitely.
Dang it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
It's
cool
not,
panties.
It's not cleaning because that's dress. Oh, and also what do the Swedish say after sneezes is prosit. Did I spell it right?
Just one S. Also.
That's not right.
And no T because it's an N word. But you're right that it's an N word. But you just.
It's.
So drop the T.
Oh, okay. So, prosit is what you say when someone sneezes. And I can't find the stinking word for shirt.
It starts with a T.
T-shirt.
I mean, yes.
Trosor. No, that's underwear again.
I mean, we do use the word T-shirt.
Oh, okay. But how do you say? Let's say it with your adorable Swedish accent.
T-shirt.
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 That's adorable. But what's another word?
Tröja.
Tröja.
Is the word you're looking for.
Freaking egg. Why is my brain braining? Tröja. I don't know how to spell this.
Not even
Wait,
close.
no, it's a J. It's a J.
Yes.
It's a J.
Yeah, like we don't use Y's.
Use the Y.
But tröja.
Tröja. Did I do it wrong still? Is it A dots?
O dots.
Ah.
Tröja. Inte troja. Tröja.
Oh, the O dots is here?
Yes.
Oh. Huh?
And just a regular A.
Yeah. Freaking
There you
egg.
go.
Okay. Det är en snygg tröja.
Or you just go snygg tröja.
Snygg tröja.
Nice shirt. Also, thank you. Like I'm just assuming that it was my shirt that he was.
Yeah. It's like,
I mean, your shirt is nice too, but
it's
just
quite boring.
yeah, it doesn't stand out.
That's like your 1 of 5 t-shirts you own.
I think I'm down to like 4 that are still like acceptable in public. I need more shirts because they're all wearing quite thin.
All right. Yes. Snygg tröja. What about some other words for snygg? But that's the best one that people would say, huh?
Yes.
Because people wouldn't be like pretty shirt. I mean, unless they're like
snygg. Like if I mean you can use cool in Swedish, cool tröja, but I personally don't like it. We also use häftig.
But to me,
Häftig tröja.
But to me, heftig is like powerful or like emotional. Like
it's an A dots there.
your language is gonna make me punch your language in the face.
It like heftig literally means like
Powerful.
I mean, it's related to like hefty or like, but
hefty.
it's also like intense.
So intense shirt.
But yeah, it's like that shirt is making me feel intense emotions of approval. Häftigt. But also like I don't know.
That shirt, man. That shirt just changed my life. Never saw a shirt like that before.
I wore this shirt 3 days ago.
Your shirt makes me want to be a better person.
I need to go.
You're welcome. That actually fits. We were quoting Wicked.
Wicked.
When she helps her to be cool. The catstronaut shirt is certainly heftig. Yeah. Certainement.
Intense.
What is sannoliken?
Sannoliken.
That's a word that I think that I've been here I think you will like this word. And this is a word that you can incorporate into everyday language. Wouldn't it be cool if we could get this to catch on in English, like smorgasbord and
Sannoliken.
what are other Swedish words that are in English?
I'm pretty sure it's just smorgasbord and ombudsman.
Yeah, but I never heard that one until later on in life, and it's only ever come up in the context of the name of that play.
Yeah, it's not used a lot.
So, wait, there's some dots missing from this. No, there's not. Okay. This is the word you've been waiting for you're gonna make me so happy about. Sannoliken. This is how you say indeed in Swedish. Sannoliken.
You pretty much only ever hear it at Easter services.
I was gonna say maybe doctors. Like catch me if you can. Do you concur?
I concur. Yeah, not really.
It's not like I concur?
No.
Oh, okay. But yeah, sannoliken.
Ja, han är uppstånden. Ja,
Han är
han är
väldigt-
sannoliken uppstånden.
Oh, why did I think it was going to be verkligen?
Yeah, especially when I just said that this is the one place we use this word.
But verkligen also fits, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ist auferstanden. Ist wahrhaftig auferstanden. I remembered something in German.
Yes.
No, I'm thinking German again. What was the other one? Verkligen.
Yeah, that one we.
This is also a good one.
And that one gets used a little bit more than sannerligen.
Is verkligen verhaftigen?
It's like truly.
Verhaftig, is that the translation of verhaftig?
Possibly. It's like truly. Or really.
Hey, Maria's here.
Indeed. Yes. Yeah, that was weird. Like, I had a period in my life where I just said "indeed" a lot, just because I was watching a lot of Stargate SG-1, and Teal'c was just so cool, and he would go "indeed," and so then I started doing that. It was like
I remember this.
One of those things that pop culture.
I feel like it not
thing
only
that I absorbed
was
into my own personality.
I think it not only was an audio thing. I think it was also incorporated into your typing. Yeah. I think Ombudsman was an episode of 3-2-1 Penguins, and they did a joke where they defined the word on screen, so I learned the word at a young age. That's so funny.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
It's not Dutch, it's Swedish. Ombudsman. Yeah, ich bin here. I don't know if you remembered this, but Maria is somebody that we know in real life. We both traveled with her at different points. Back in the day,
Covenant players.
About 2,500,000 years ago, we were fetuses.
I mean, not quite, but Maria, I was with Maria my very first, my first time with Covenant players.
You weren't even a fetus then. You were just a group of rapidly expanding cells. So, I guess now would be a good time for me to gush. Oh, it's Randy! How cool!
Hey, another.
No longer Gutierrez. Probably not for a long time, but I'm just always happy when I remember stuff.
Another person we knew from Covenant players.
Because I didn't tell you, but I actually made a post on my main Facebook. My main Facebook saying, "Hey, anybody want to hang out with us?"
Yes, it's sort of funny that we. What?
Yes.
That we were we started talking about Stargate now. That was because of the whole thing that those were the two shows that I would catch reruns of coming home from school when I was in high school was Stargate and Star Trek: The Next Generation. And now we've been digging through. Well, Ryan's been Jensen for about 5 years now. Yeah, wow.
Sorry. I mean, it's not like I was saying I reject your new name and I shall dead name you Gutierrez. Not like that.
Anyway.
I'm sure Jensen's a good guy. You make cute babies. What was I going to say? Oh
yeah. So those were the two shows that I would watch in high school, and now, but I only caught reruns back then. So now I was I want to actually watch all of Star Trek TNG in order, and I want Katie to watch it with me, and she agreed, and she has not regretted that decision.
No, I haven't. I never thought. I like Star Trek better than Doctor Who.
Huh.
Maybe not all the seasons of Doctor Who, but definitely the most recent one.
Yeah.
There's of course something very special about Tennant and Matt, but maybe it's also that so much time passed between episodes of the other ones that I would forget a lot. Oh, that's cool. She hyphenated. Oh, Maria has all the DVDs, and Randy grew up with it. So I don't know what I thought, but I think I'd assumed that Star Trek was just a really nerdy, too complicated to be enjoyed, just thing for some people. I had no idea how many wonderful storylines. Each episode feels so epic. Each episode feels like it could so easily be fleshed into a full movie. I can't even get over how good the acting is, how good the writing is.
Yeah, like watching, because also watching this, like, it really is interesting because, yeah, like, I'm thinking because, like, the last couple seasons of Doctor Who, I have liked the last couple seasons of Doctor Who.
They just
but
all
I feel like, the thing was that, like, I can tell, like, that they want to touch on social issues, but sometimes it's like, I feel like Chris Chibnall, he gets so excited about touching on the social issues in his writing that he's sort of like, it becomes just the social issue and not the show, while Star Trek The Next Generation constantly speaks really good deep stuff into social issues, but it is fully within the universe of the show, and
it's subtle. Like, there's a message that you can take out of it, but it's not like, and this is the American military metaphor, and this is the racism metaphor. But it's like
occasionally there is.
Occasionally, but like the episode about the people who are drug addicts.
Oh. And they don't even realize that they are.
They think that it's a sickness, and the only thing that can help them is the medicine, which is drugs that the other planet nearby them has been cultivating to control them, to exploit them for labor. Yeah. Oh. But I think the thing that's just so special about all of these kind of shows, Doctor Who, Firefly, Star Trek, it's just like you want to be a part of that family. Mm-hmm. Like, talking about the characters, you've got Worf, this guy who's so conflicted between, he's a warrior race, the most important thing is to die with honor, to be ready to protect and defend. And oh wow, Ian was just thinking about that episode. What are the odds? But he has his Federation training, and he is committed to submission to Picard and doing what is considered the right thing, even by Picard standards, even if he doesn't agree with it. And Riker, like, he can't keep it in his pants, but that he's a good guy, and he's always going to be loyal. He's always going to think of what's right with compassion.
Yeah.
Here, tell me what you like about characters that I haven't mentioned yet.
Okay, I find Data's entire Data! His entire arc of trying to understand humanity, and
I will die for Data.
Yeah, and just like, he's so endearing, and I
have very strong feelings.
Yeah, there's and
what about, do you feel him on a level, like that your brain works a little bit differently?
I suppose, yeah.
Are you distracted by writing?
If you remove the drug addict part of the episode you mentioned, it's a good moral about trade with the third world.
Ooh. Yeah. Which you can take advantage for people, and just I love that it brings complexity to the issues, and shows real genuine people and real genuine struggles. Like the episode that we just watched was where this guy, he was a Klingon.
Romulan.
No, Romulan. Ugh, can't keep track of these races. The Romulan who was telling them, you need to blow up this base. There's going to be a war coming. And he could not settle that within himself, that he was conspiring against his country, his planet, his people. He was filled with so much guilt, but he knew what the right thing to do was.
Yeah. It's like, and he wasn't. I'm not doing this. Like
I don't want to see it fall.
I'm not trying to destroy my people. I'm trying to save them, because if they go to war right now, they will be destroyed. And so, like, I am doing this to save my daughter.
Oh man, when he talked about his daughter, because he had been in disguise. He was acting like he was just a underling guy, but he was actually like a big deal admiral. And he's like, "You're not a father." He asked Picard if he's a father, and like, "Oh, you're not. You will never understand what it's like to look your daughter in the face and want to make the world better for her, and be willing to do anything it takes, even to not ever see her smile again." Like,
yeah.
Oh gosh, goosebumps all over my head.
Yeah, so many episodes that are like that.
Yeah. But there's also too this
like
undercurrent of lightness, and just seeing how they interact with each other. They love each other. They trust each other.
Yeah, that's like the most important part of the whole thing, is just that it's like they are a team.
Yeah.
And they, like, everyone knows like their role, and they trust each other to do their job and get things done, no matter how impossible it might look.
When they're on the ship and it's this time of stress, and both Picard and Riker are like kind of taking turns giving orders. There's none of this like, huh? But they just bounce. Oh, are you leaving? If so,
good evening.
Have a good evening. Gute Nacht. Schlaf gut. What were we saying? I don't know. Probably was just a rambling thought.
But the leadership and such, that they're just that whole, like, the Riker just knows when it's appropriate for him to step in and do something. It's just the respect that they all have for each other, and it just shines through, which I feel like, I mean, you never know because they're all very good actors, but it feels like there was a lot of respect within among the actual actors as well.
Oh man, Deanna Troi, the arcs that she's had, the storylines that she's had are just so incredible. Her acting, like the episode where the alien entity just like goes inside of her and she becomes pregnant and gives birth and everything in like a matter of days or a day or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
man.
was intense.
And when the music box was in her head and all she could hear was just this music constantly.
Oh yeah, that was the thing that we've observed about Next Generation, is like they run into a lot of godlike beings.
They do. Yeah. Like, they go to a new planet and hear like, but that's just a child story. Like, yes, you've had like 19 episodes where there's been like, that's just a child story. That couldn't be real.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, the very first, like, the pilot double episode.
Was it Q?
Q, and a different, like, and humongous aliens that could, like, turn energy into matter at will. So it's like,
I feel like there are so many hooks for the future. I mean, there's still a lot of show to go before we can make our way to the Picard show, but like,
I mean, not to mention Deep Space Nine,
and
Voyager, and
looking forward to it.
I've never watched Deep Space Nine. I've been wanting to for a long time, but never had a chance to. I did watch Voyager back in the day, like when it was first airing.
But there's an episode where Wesley Crusher creates a thing that actually becomes real and alive. Like he basically is the father of a species.
Oh yeah, like he accidentally, like he tries to upgrade some like nanobots, and then they become like they develop like a hive mind intelligence.
Yeah, and so when a guest on the ship is like, just destroy it.
Oh yeah.
And
right, and that was the guy who played Dr. Kelso on Scrubs.
Oh yeah, Dr. Kelso on Scrubs, and Niles from The Nanny was on. So weird to see him so young, and so freaking cocky. Oh. Randy says Gene Roddenberry was a Christian, so the base of Star Trek, the original and anything genre was involved in, has a Christian sort of theme. Huh. I did not know that.
Yeah, I went, what? But I'm not sure about what. Oh, but me not having watched Deep Space Nine, yeah. We really need to get to that.
Well,
we only have what, 3.5 seasons left of.
Only?
We're approaching the halfway point of Next Generation.
Ooh, it's so much to discover.
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, if Deep Space Nine is better than Next Generation, like my mind is going to be completely blown.
They share a couple characters, I believe.
Oh, cool. I'm like shaking the screen with my excitement. I didn't realize that. Okay, what are other characters we didn't talk about yet?
Geordi
LaForge. The way that he continually speaks to Data as though he can understand the human elements of life is so interesting. Oh, that's interesting. So Randy says about Gene Roddenberry, later as an adult he says he was a humanist, but he was raised Southern Baptist, so seeing God characters made sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, what exactly is humanist? I mean, I don't have all the definitions of life in my brain. Is that basically like treat people like you want to be treated kind of thing?
Yeah, but it is basically a belief system that is centered on like that human needs, like that does not put trust in a higher power, but says that humans do need to take care of humans, and every human's needs should be met, which is very much a theme of Star Trek.
It definitely isn't anti-Christian, that people should take care of each other.
Yeah.
Worf.
Yeah. Worf moves over to Deep Space Nine.
Sweet.
And yes, O'Brien.
But
I really like O'Brien.
But no more spoilers, okay?
I follow a Facebook page which is just the same picture of Chief O'Brien every day. What? And yeah, he just posts the same pictures of Chief O'Brien every day, and then writes a little caption. Most days, some days, like when the person running the account doesn't have time or isn't feeling up to it, it's just a picture. Most of the time, it's a little funny caption of some kind. It's that's the whole thing. It's just like, feels good. I don't go on Facebook a lot, but every time I do, I know there will be that picture of Chief O'Brien in my newsfeed. So
recently, I found a video of the guy who played Data, Brent Spiner. Brent Spiner! What if I could have him on this channel? Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be amazing.
Oh. He was on this show called Night Court, and you could not recognize him. He looked so different. He had this like dumb mouth open, eyes glazed, acts talking like this.
Yeah, was a failed chicken farmer.
Failed chick. And I won't attempt to quote it, but I should put the link somewhere because it's so funny. Randy said, It's said that Star Trek is the most pro-Christian TV show that was aired at that time. I would agree, because it's a compassion-first mindset of wrestling with the first directive, the prime directive. But when it doesn't take enough compassion into the individual situation, into thing, it's not lawful good. It's not the good has to fit the law, but the people have to be thought of in their situations.
Oh, the episode where Data got into long distance radio contact with someone and then didn't realize until after they'd already gotten to know each other that she was from a world that hadn't had first contact yet, but that was also severely seismically unstable, and her entire civilization was in danger, and then deciding to break the prime directive to try and save the planet and its people just because of that. And it's like, wait, Brent Spiner was in Independence Day?
I have not seen that movie. How weird is that?
I mean, I saw it a long time ago. Wow, yeah. It's weird for you too. The first thing you saw Brent Spiner in was Warehouse 13.
Warehouse 13, yeah.
Where he plays
a bad guy. Well,
yeah. Well, he plays a Catholic priest who's a
mysterious Catholic priest
who is at least antagonistic toward the warehouse.
But I wanted to go back to that train of thought about compassion first, and how valuable that is, and how it's stories like this that I believe can change the world, because they get people out of their own minds and out of their own situations and think oh man, well, we should have compassion for that little girl, and then hopefully think later on, oh yeah, maybe we should have compassion for Afghani people, turning it around, but it's not bashing you over the head with it.
Yeah.
Ooh, now I need to see. I mean, it's only been 30 years, but now I need to see Independence Day. Is it that old? It probably is that old. We are not spring chickens anymore. But did you know that in, I think, one of the Santa Claus movies, the kid who played Ralphie in A Christmas Story was one of the elves?
Independence Day 96.
I was 10. So it was 30 years ago. No, I'm not 40.
It was...
I'm almost 40. I'm 5 years away from 40.
It's 25 years ago.
25 years ago.
People who were born in 96 are turning 25 this year. Ah!
Yes. What else? Did we not talk about any other? Oh, the doctors. I really liked the doctor from season 2. Pulaski. I really liked her spirit, and she reminded me, this isn't a mean thing to say at all, I would never say anything mean about anybody I toured with, but she really did remind me of Denise.
Yeah.
All the things that we love about Denise with her just capability. So I just wanted to put that out there. Comparing somebody I know to a character is always going to be a good thing. Just this desire to have a twinkle in her eye, appreciate things, be strong, and be capable, that you just know she's going to make the call that's the best, and she will not be a respecter of persons.
Yeah. It's if your idea is dumb, she'll tell you so.
But you get the quality results that you want to have, being a part of something good.
Yeah. What was that reminded me of the thing that I read about, that apparently some Japanese companies have a specific position, like it's unofficial position within the company, which is the loud American, because no Japanese employee like would normally dare tell their boss that his ideas are dumb.
That does not fit the respect culture.
Japanese companies realized that when they had Americans on staff, they would tell the boss when he was being dumb, and then most of the time the boss would then not do the dumb thing. Oh. So now, like every company wants to have a loud American so that there's someone to tell the boss when he's being dumb. I don't know if that's true, but
that was Pulaski.
Yes.
I what's her face? Red-haired lady.
Dr. Crusher, Beverly.
Beverly Crusher got so much more character development in real moments in the first season. In the third, it's more like, oh, somebody's sick. Oh, somebody else is sick.
There was the episode with the nanobots where it was like it was great because she was trying to like reach out to and understand her son and his struggles, but she didn't realize that his struggles was that he might have accidentally like doomed the ship to oblivion. And that was like, that was a pretty good storyline.
I think it's just so freaking fascinating to look at how the medium of TV and movies has evolved. Like to the 50s of very clear-cut bad guy, good guy. And so it's just so refreshingly beautiful to have a show set in outer space where there's cultures you don't understand. There's genders you've never heard of. There's aspects that are way outside of our little way of thinking that complicate things, and we can't judge them by our narrow perspective. And it's like, well, we need that now. We need to know that our perspective is not it. Ian did not like the writing for any of the female characters in TNG. The plots for them were good, but they needed a female writer on the team. That's
true. Sometimes you can tell that it's men writing their dialogue. Not always. Sometimes it's okay, but yeah, sometimes you can tell that they're written by men.
I was pleasantly surprised in the discovery in the very first season that Lieutenant Yar was the head of security.
She was the tough person. But I mean, of course, that didn't last.
Yeah. But it's like...
spoiler alert.
Good job, Morton. Now you've ruined the show. Yeah. But no, seriously, like...
But it was like, spoiler alert for the show the show that's 30 years old and we've already been talking about it
I've picked up a few spoilers about the show. I don't want to know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So I guess, sorry, you now know that Big Worf and O'Brien both survived the show since they are in Deep Space Nine.
Yes. They better not kill off anybody. Come on now, this isn't
right, that's true. We also talked about, that Star Trek Picard exists and that several of the people from the show have guest starred on it. So
spoiler alert!
I think I need to retreat into my introvert bubble.
Okay.
But you can keep hanging out with the chat.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night, my handsome man. Thank you for being here today.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So, does anybody want to hang out with just little old me? If you want to go too, that's okay. Yes. It's just so nice to, after the kids are asleep, after Morton has had some introvert time and I've done some editing or whatnot, to just hang out on the couch, get some snacks, watch this epic show. Oh man, how cool would it be to get to be an actor in one of these shows and get to have some really cool makeup and everything. I was in a play in Covenant Players back in the day, and I was an alien, and all the other people got really cool colors, blue and yellow and red, but I was black. That was my color, and it was because it was a group of children, and their assignment for school was to judge Earth cases, and so like when they discovered this concept of this horrible racist system, they were like, but why would they do this? Like, because the people had a different color than them. They were black. And then all the other alien children turned to me, but you're black? I don't remember a whole bunch else. Ian didn't think of that as a spoiler. Phew. Gia says, I don't understand what you adult people are talking about. What TV shows do you like, Gia? Good night, Ian. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I've been here, had Pop-Tarts. I want Pop-Tarts. I haven't had Pop-Tarts in forever. That's an American thing I miss. Pop-Tarts, Triscuits, Skittles, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Anyway. Yes, I was going to say, why are you calling us the adult people? You're 4 years older than me. So, when I was off doing a happy rant about stuff, I almost missed a comment that Gaia said about, did I reach 831? Woohoo! 831 subscribers on the 31st of the 8th month. This is amazing. That's exactly how it should be. No one is missing anymore. I love it. Oh. Yes, Ian says, I think my video is a bit behind. I'm seeing comments on things before you guys said them. That could be. There is a bit of a delay. And Randy's doing online grocery shopping. Fun. Multitasking. Do you know, Gaia said, I feel like a child listening to adults. I felt that so much of my life. Felt like I don't know what they're talking about. I don't even know if I'm wanted here. Just like 5 steps behind everyone else. Just like, that's one of the things that I loved so much about when I was in that theater group, was knowing that there were 3 or 4 of us there, and each one of us was pivotal and feeling important. And it's just such a good feeling to feel important. And because I am all by myself all day, before it was just 3 days a week, but very soon it will be 5 days a week. Now I'm going to be volunteering at the secondhand shop more if I don't have too much editing work to do, so that I can see people, even though a lot of it's going to be in Swedish. That's good for me, getting to learn more Swedish. But we went to the secondhand shop today, and I met a lady with really cool style, and she subscribed, and it was cool. Maybe we'll get fika together sometime. Making friends. It's really fun how many Swedes I've met who speak like really good English. Like they sound like native speakers, or like they've spent years in America or England or whatever, and they haven't. They just like have soul bonded with English to such an extent. Yes. Oh, I'm glad that Gaia didn't mean that in a bad way. So, I want you guys to tell me, what other shows do you like that you just want it to be real, and you want to be friends with the people in it, and you want to be on their ship, or solve crime with them, or stuff. Let me know. Ja, ich bin hier says, anytime I listen to people talking in German, I can feel like a child in my understanding, and I get excited when I understand what they say without needing help from Google Translate. Yeah, that's a pretty darn good feeling. I remember being excited when I heard people speak German and I understood one or two words in the sentence. I was like, that's a word I know. But man, that tiredness from constantly being around a language you don't speak, that is a deep tiredness. Gaia said, I liked hearing adults talk as a child and not feeling obliged to follow every word. Aw, that's neat that you remember that feeling. That must be such a neat feeling. Like, I don't remember that. That was way too long ago. Oh, poor Ian. He said, I feel old because I watched TNG when it was on TV each week. Well, I mean, we all can have reasons to feel old. I choose not to dwell on it. I consider to be a living documentation of what an aging process actually looks like. With my beautiful gray hairs, my wisdom is coming along quite nicely. Gea asked, ja, ich bin hier. How come you are so interested in German? It's kind of funny that you asked that because for me I just think like, because he is. That's just a huge part of this person is just loving German. But I'm glad that you asked and I hope we will get an answer. Okay, but Ian, do you want to feel really old? I read a post online the other day that was like, Will Wheaton, aka Wesley Crusher, is older than Patrick Stewart was when he started playing Picard. I first discovered Will Wheaton from Big Bang Theory in his fictionalized version of himself. It's so funny. Yeah, said I can't think of any shows just now. Probably 10 minutes after the live stream I will think of hundreds. That's how it is. Like when people say, what's your favorite food? I'm like, food? What's food? Have I eaten before? I don't know. I like lots of food. Those kind of questions are just like on the spot. Yes. I want to hear more about you guys, what you're doing, what you did today, and what you want to do. And yeah, that was a really good question. I'm a professional. I didn't get a lot done because Morton was gone most of the day, but I didn't let myself get stressed out about that and thinking, gotta do stuff. But the one thing I did manage to get accomplished was I edited a video for my YouTubing with Katie channel. Haven't uploaded in a few weeks over there, but oh well, it is what it is. It's a video for creators going through a hard time, like some perspective and encouragement about that. Yeah. Zwarte Sneeuw in Dutch. Black Snow with Tamara van den Dop and another actress. Interesting, watching Dutch shows. Oh. Gaia had an epic, exciting day. That's so cool. Last day at the present job and starting school tomorrow. Whew. That's really exciting. WW is a few years older than me. What's WW? Wonder Woman? I don't think you're referring to Wonder Woman. Please tell me what that stands for. If it came up before and I just missed it, let me know. Oh, Will Wheaton is a few years older than you. Okay, I'm with you now. I get it. Ooh! Gia got a Schultüte and the loveliest card ever. That's so cute. Isn't the Schul... How do you say that? Schultüte Isn't that when you start school in Germany, kids get this cone and it's filled with like candy and maybe toys, and you get your picture taken with it? Or is Schultüte something else? Is that like backpack? I don't think that's backpack. That's Rucksack, isn't it? Or is that Swedish? I'm so confused. Yakben here said, German is so fun for me. I like the history of it with Martin Luther's Bible translation. It's relatively consistent spelling, the German culture, the way the language sounds. But mainly I like how it tickles my tongue when I speak it. Did you know that the Bible being translated into Hochdeutsch is what made German, like, he could have gone with Plattdeutsch or Hochdeutsch, and he chose Hochdeutsch, and that, like, made Hochdeutsch a lot more popular. Like, it changed the course of the country. I'm sure I'm butchering this history up a little bit, but there must be some crumb of truth to that. Yes, I got it right about the Schultüte. It's a really old tradition. You can find old pictures of kids with their little cones of goodies. We should do that here too, because it's so cute. It's really neat to hear other cultures' ways of celebrating school. Celebrations, like in Sweden, for when people graduate, they don't have a cap and gown. They get these really cool hats that look like captain hats, and they can have like a word on their back, and they get to keep them, and people like get lots of little cards and stuffed animals and things, and then they hang them around their necks. And I don't know if it's all over Sweden, but on Gotland at least, they have a parade, and they decorate a trailer and play songs, and everybody's on the trailer and waving at them and cheering for them. Someday we'll show Morton's super cool hat. I'm so jealous. Okay, I got our picture taken today, but you will wait until it's the right day to open it. Yes. Gail, will you send me a picture of yourself with your Schultüte in an email? I would love to see that. Gail is so sweet. She sent me some emails of like songs that she sent for my birthday and for the girl's birthday and for our anniversary that she translated. It was so nice. And another really cool thing happened today. I got a postcard from Akya. Sometimes she shows up to these live streams. Maybe she'll watch it later or something, but no pressure to her. I gotta write her on WhatsApp to tell her that I got it. Oh, there's my phone. But I won't do that right this second. I'll just put it here, and maybe I will look at the phone and remember that that's what I was going to do. So nice to get mail. It was a cute postcard of a tiger. Okay, I was saying that it's great that I explained it so well so that she didn't have to try hard. Yeah. And yeah, I've been here. I don't know if it's ever showed up in a video, but I still have the card that you sent me. You probably can't tell from this angle. But that bookshelf right there, that's got all my... I have a few pictures, like one of my friends, Jo, we traveled together, and her friends, and she's a subscriber. So yeah, she's on the wall, but I've got 2 people on the wall that I've never met in real life that gave me pictures of themselves. I would love to just like have that filled up with people who want to be on my wall of fame. That would be really cool. and then it grows from there, and then it goes across the entire wall, and then I have to buy a bigger house to put pictures of all the people. Aw, she's gonna send me 2 pictures, one from today and one from 33 years ago. That's great. Well, it's 10 p.m. in a few minutes, so I think I will begin to say Auf Wiedersehen, au revoir. Oh, I wanted to say really quick, I actually got to chat with somebody that is in France that wanted me to give her some help about confidence for her YouTube channel. She does instructional things about how to make dresses. So that was so cool to talk to somebody else. So talk to somebody who's she watched all my YouTubing with Katie videos and watched a lot of my this channel videos, that actually looked at my email in the description and reached out to me. It was so cool. You never know what's gonna happen. So hopefully I gave her some good advice and it will be useful for her, because I do love to help people. Yeah, ich bin hier said, did you talk to her in French? No. My French is kaput. Gebrochen. Is that the word for broken? Gebrochen? Gebrauchen? No. I think it's gebrochen. It's broken. My French is not working. I can say really random sentences. Okay, so yeah, that's all. Hugs! And Ian, if you're still here, don't be scared. But what I do to end things sometimes... Oh, look, Celine is here. Haha, that's cool. Nice to see you. How long have you been here? A long time, or did you just get here? If you just got here, this is bad timing because I was just getting ready to go. But hopefully we'll be able to hang out more next week. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, Ian, if you're still here, don't be scared. I do this thing to end some of my videos where I give hugs and then I do this. Nostrils of death. Good times. And I have not forgotten the questions and answers video. It is coming. I was just feeling really under the weather and basically completely forgot about it. But it is on my to-do list. So that will be coming. All you wonderful people that sent me questions to answer. Okay. Bye. And stream.